The explosion tore through the night sky like a second sunrise. Violent, wrong dots. Sergeant Elias Rowan, retired Terran Marine, looked up from his small farm on New Geneva Colony and felt his stomach twist. Shuttles didn't burn up on re-entry anymore. Not unless something had gone very wrong. And then he heard it. A thin scream, high, weak, alive, without thinking. Elias sprinted across the field. His legs weren't what they used to. Bold war scars pulled tight. Metal joints hissed, but adrenaline erased the pain. The shuttle had come down hard in the forest beyond his property. Half the hull was peeled open like a broken can. Flames licked outward, illuminating black smoke rising into the sky. The scream came again, a child's scream. Elias shoved through the smoking debris. "Hey, I'm coming." His voice echoed through twisted metal. He followed the sound into a half-collapsed compartment. Something moved inside, small, trembling, an alien girl. She was no more than 8 by human standards. Her lavender skin smudged with ash, her 4-fingered hands trying to push a metal beam off her leg. Her eyes, large, crystalline, glowed faintly with fear. When she saw him, she whimpered, "Don't hurt me." Elias froze, softened his voice. "Kid, if I wanted to hurt you, I wouldn't be crawling into a burning shuttle, would I?" She blinked at him, confused, terrified. "Okay," he muttered. "Let's get you out." He gripped the metal beam and pushed. Muscles strained. His cybernetic knee groaned. Fire crackled closer behind them. The beam shifted. Slightly the girl cried out in pain. "Hang on," Elias grunted. Almost a flare of strength surged through the old Marine. With a full body heave, he shoved the beam aside. He scooped her up, ignoring the heat searing his arms. He asked as he crawled out. "Salah," she whispered, clinging to him. "That's pretty." "I'm Elias. Hold on to me." He ran. The shuttle behind them collapsed in a roar, flames bursting outward in a wave of destruction. The shockwave lifted Elias off his feet. He twisted, shielding her with his body as they hit the ground. He felt something crack rib. Probably, but the little girl in his arms was alive. That was all that mattered. Asterisk. The Queen's soldiers, Arrivalus, woke in a medical dome, ribs wrapped, burns treated. Sailor was asleep in a nearby bed, her breathing steady. A medic whispered, "You saved her life. She's important." Elias raised a brow. "Every kid's important." A deep hum filled the air. The doors parted. A squad of Karathi Royal Guard marched in tall, armored, shimmering with reflective scales. Their presence made the air feel colder. The lead guard bowed slightly. "Sergeant Elias Rowan of Terra." "That's me," he said cautiously. "Our Queen wishes to speak with you." Before he could argue, a hologram flickered to life. Not a projection, an actual royal transmission. The Karathi Queen appeared, tall, regal, her eyes a deeper, crystalline blue than Sailor's. "Human," she said softly. "You saved my daughter." Elias blinked. "Come again." One guard whispered, "Princess Sailor." Second heir. Elias looked at the small, sleeping girl. She seemed far too fragile to be royalty. "I just did what anyone would have done." "No," the Queen replied. "Many would have waited for rescue crews. Many would have feared our kind. You did neither." Elias shifted awkwardly. Compliments always made him itch. "Your Majesty, I'm nobody. Just a farmer." "Then the galaxy is fortunate," she said. that a farmer was near her when she needed a hero. Before he could respond, the guards dropped to one knee. The Queen's hologram extended an arm. "Elias Rowan of Terra," she declared. "For courage beyond species, for risking your life to save a child not of your own kind, I hereby name you Knight, Protector of the Karathi Empire." Elias stared. "What?" The Queen smiled. "Rise, Sir Rowan." The attack-the dome shook. An alarm blared. The guards snapped instantly into formation. "We are under attack. Unknown hostiles." Elias swore. Who the hell would attack a hospital? "Those who want the princess dead," the lead guard said grimly. Blaster fire ripped through the outer walls. Sailor jolted awake, terrified. He grabbed her, pulling her close. "I've got you." The guards fought fiercely, but the attackers, armored, pushed forward with shocking precision. A hit squad A, professional one. They breached the outer hall. The largest of them aimed at Sailor. "There," he shouted. "Take the target alive." Elias' instincts roared awake. He wasn't a soldier anymore, but once a Marine, always a Marine. He lunged behind a guard, snatched their fallen pulse rifle, and fired with perfect accuracy, dropping the lead attacker instantly. The guard stared at him. Elias shrugged. Reflex. More attackers rushed in. He handed Sailor to a guard. "Protect her." Then he charged into the fight. Old scars burned. His cybernetic knees screamed. But his aim was flawless. One by one the assassins fell under his fire. Then the largest attacker tackled him, pinning him hard. "You should have stayed out of this, human." Elias spat blood. "Not really my style." The attacker raised a blade. A small voice cried out, "Elias." The hesitation was fatal. Elias drove his cybernetic knee upward, shattering the attacker's armor. He grabbed the blade, twisted, and drove it back into the assassin's shoulder. The attacker screamed, collapsing, and just like that the fight was over. The guards secured the last of the hit squad. Smoke drifted through the fractured dome. Sailor ran to Elias and hugged him tight. "You came back, always." Asterisk, a human, night hours later. The Queen herself arrived in person. She walked through the ruined hospital and stopped before Elias. "You saved her twice," she said quietly. "In one day." Elias scratched the back of his neck. "Well, once you start a job, you finish it." The Queen's expression softened. "Sir Rowan, our knightly vows allow the knight to choose his duty. Will you accept a charge?" Elias blinked. "What kind of charge?" The Queen knelt before him. "Protect my daughter. Teach her. Guide her. If you accept, she will be under your guardianship whenever she is on human worlds." Sailor's eyes sparkled hopefully. "Can I stay with you, Elias?" Elias felt his chest tighten. All the loneliness of his quiet little farm pressed in around him. A kid, no, a princess wanted him. "But I'm just me," he whispered. "I've seen war. I've done things. I'm not good for kids." Sailor took his hand. "You saved me," she said softly. "That's good." The Queen watched him with silent patience. Elias took a deep breath. "Okay, yeah, I'll look after her." Sailor hugged him again. The Queen bowed her head. "Then I bestow upon you, formally and fully, your title." She touched a ceremonial sword to his shoulders. "Rise. Sir Elias Rowan, Knight Protector of the Karathi Empire, Guardian of Princess Sailor." Elias stood, Stunned. Sae. La tugged his sleeve. Does this mean I get to live with you sometimes? He smiled. Yeah, kid. I guess it does. Asterisk, a new beginning. Weeks passed. Sailor recovered quickly, faster than human children. She learned to run through Ilias's fields, laughed at his attempts to cook Karathi food, and spent evenings listening to his stories about the stars. One night, she looked up at him and asked, Elias, why did you come into the fire that day? He thought for a long moment, then shrugged. Because you screamed, he said simply, and humans don't ignore that. She smiled and nestled against him. You're my knight, she whispered. Elias felt something warm settle deep in his chest. Something he hadn't felt in years. Not since the war took his family. Maybe this wasn't just protection. Maybe this was family. A very strange, very unexpected family, but real. And when the Queen visited again, she smiled at the sight of her daughter laughing round the farm, chasing small drones. You've done more than protect her, the Queen said softly to Elias. You've given her childhood. Elias chuckled. She gave me something too, purpose. He nodded. The Queen touched his shoulder. Humanity's reputation grows because of people like you, just doing what we do best, he replied. And what is that? Elias looked at Sailor. At the end of the day, humans protect those who need it, even if they're from a different sky. The Queen bowed, and for the first time since the war, Elias felt whole. Asterisk.